Welcome back to Mic'd Up and Misinformed with your host, Lunch Money and Mad Dog. This
Let's
week
go,
we're going to
baby.
break down the NFL slate, and then we're going to give out our NCAA football championship predictions. You ready to roll?
Let's go, baby. I'm ready. Last week we were on fire too, and we had similar picks all the way down. I think I took the Panthers on the spread, and you took the money line. But otherwise, there was just the last game that we kind of volleyed on. I mean, we were on fire.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, I do want to say this because I was talking crazy about Ole Miss. They broke my heart losing to Miami.
But
That
but they barely lost. They had it. They were winning at the end, dude.
Yeah, they had multiple opportunities to win. I felt like that was a lock, but that's how sports betting goes.
I mean, I feel like if you take an underdog and they lose by one possession, that's still not a bad pick.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a great game nonetheless. And then as far as the NFL slate goes, yeah, we were rocking, dude. We were on fire. I think we called every game correct except that Steelers game. I mean, we even both called the Niners winning outright, and I mean they were
Yep.
like plus 200 plus on the money line.
Yeah,
And so,
for
if you
sure.
if you did tail us at all, you would have been able to hedge. Even with Houston being the favorite, you could have hedged Houston on that game, or you could have taken a live bet and took Houston. But with the parlay I gave out was like 12 to 1 odds. That was the
Yeah,
easy hedge if you know about the hedging game. Do I
for
wish the
sure.
Steelers would have won? Yes, but
Yes.
smart. There's definitely money that should have been made if you were betting it intelligently. By hedging.
For
So
sure.
this Saturday we got two NFL games, and then Sunday we got the other two. These teams are playing to go to the AFC and NFC championship, so massive implications going on this weekend. Let's get into it. First game on the schedule here, we have Saturday, 1:30 West Coast time. The Bills are at the Broncos. Broncos are a 1.5 point favorite at home. Who do you like?
Dude, I don't know, man. This is a tough one. I think you're gonna pick the Bills already because you hate the Broncos right now, and I kind of like the Broncos here, dude. I think the Bills are kind of done for, man. I don't know, man. It's a tough one, and it's basically even picks on purpose, right? I don't know, dude. I think a lot of the big time people are gonna be betting the Bills, thinking the Broncos, are kind of garbage in a sense, and and sometimes the week off is tough too. I'm taking the Broncos, man, just to win outright here, dude. Honestly, I just don't know if the Bills have what it takes to get it done. I feel like there's a lot of injuries coming off last week's game. When I looked, a lot of guys missed the first practice.
Man, it is a tough game to call. I've been saying all season the Bills rock in the playoffs unless they got to see Mahomes, and I'm picking the Bills in this game. But the Broncos have some major advantages here. The Broncos are at home. It's a high altitude. It's high altitude in Denver. They have
Yep.
a better coach in Sean Payton, and the Broncos have less weaknesses than the Bills do. The Bills' huge weakness on their team is their run defense. If the Broncos, and like I said, they're better coached, if they play smart and stick to game plan, they should be able to beat the Bills. However, I'm going to take the Bills because Bo Nix is still green. He's young. And Josh Allen, despite the Bills' flaws, I think Josh Allen can make up for a lot of teams' flaws.
He
And I
does
know
always
that's
find
not
a way to win.
defensive, but Josh Allen can put up a 30 ball any given Sunday, or
Yeah,
for example, this Saturday. But I got
yeah,
to go with the Bills, and I've been riding with them and pick them to win the AFC Championship and go to the Super Bowl this year. So I'm not going to stop now.
I love it. No, I'm taking the Broncos. Like you said, I think Josh Allen always finds a way to win at the end. It's going to be a close game. Same. This will probably come down to the last possession.
Yeah, I think a pretty safe play is whoever you take in this matchup, since it's dang near a pick 'em, would be to just put them on a 7 point teaser because I personally don't see either team losing by more than 4 points.
Yeah, I love that.
And if you tease, Bills, you could get them up to 8.5, and if you do the Broncos, you could get them to about 5.5, 6. So that's probably the safer play.
Love it.
So, all right, next up we have the Niners at the Seahawks. the last time they played, the Seahawks beat them down pretty good. They beat them by double digits. Seattle's a 7-point favorite here. I did hear that Sam Darnold has like an oblique injury or some sort. He has some sort of injury right now, but I'm
Okay.
I guarantee he still plays. And then I also have been hearing that the Niners are getting heavy, heavy, heavy public money on them.
Yeah, I mean, I think people are the 49ers fans' favorite, dude, but I think the 49ers have been riddled with injuries the last few years. Kittle got injured last week. He probably should have taken one more week off to try to come back if he was going to really try to fight to go in the Super Bowl.
I
Um,
think he's out for the season, bro. I want to say he tore
yeah,
his
he's done.
ACL or something.
Yeah. I think he's Achilles.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, but he's done, dude. So, I mean, I think they're just riddled with injuries. I think they're going to have a hard time getting the ball going against the Seahawks defense. So, I do like the Seahawks money line. I don't like the -7. So, same, if you threw that in the teaser and bought it all the way back down, that's nice. But I do like the Seahawks money line over the 49ers.
Like it even more if you tease the 49ers. You could get them up to 14 on a teaser. Um, you know what? It's so hard because I'm trying to picture this, but I got to take the 49ers on the spread here and maybe even a sprinkle on the money line. I think that Sam Darnold, the last couple seasons, he's had great regular seasons, but he poops the bed in the playoffs straight up. Sam
Yeah.
Darnold has not shown yet that he can step up in big moments and be clutch and come through when it matters most, which is the playoffs. He has no playoff resume whatsoever and is as good as Seattle's defense is, if Darnold throws 2, 3 picks, it could be, the Niners game to lose. The Niners defense has been surprisingly really good as well. I don't know if last week Philly's offense just couldn't get it going or if the Niners defense just really
Yeah.
stepped up. I think the Niners defense has been pretty slept on too, despite all the injuries like you said they've had. But in this matchup, I got to take the Niners on the spread here. I don't believe in Sam Darnold in the playoffs. He's got to show me something different to make me believe in Seattle whatsoever.
Well, I guess we're about to find out this week, dude, and see if he can turn his
That's two.
act
That's
around.
we're split on both games so far, man. We're gonna
I
have
know,
opposite
dude.
plays here. So
I feel like we're gonna be opposite all the way down because I can tell you already. I'm
I don't
riding with the
like that the
Texans.
Niners have all the public money on them though. That does make me uncomfortable. But the
Well, and
Niners are another team that Mahomes is the only thing that stops them in the playoffs too. That they've been in the Super Bowl 2 times in the last like 6 years, and both
yeah.
Super Bowl losses were to the Kansas City Chiefs. So, shoot, I wouldn't be surprised if the Niners ended up playing the Bills in the Super Bowl. But
Well, like you said, at +7 or put that on your teaser to get +14 is great freaking money. Most of the games, really, other than the Texans, were all down to a field goal or one possession difference. So I mean, if you could get it, at basically at a pick 'em at +7, that's great odds already statistically.
if Seattle runs the ball and doesn't make Darnold pass too much, Seattle could have a big advantage in this game,
Yeah, so we'll have
especially
to
if they can
see.
get the run game going. But it's gonna be a good one. I'm interested to see what happens. I just feel like the spread's a little bit too big.
Yeah, which is kind of weird because everyone else is at basically -4 or under.
Yeah. Next up, we have Sunday slate. The Texans are at the Patriots. The Patriots are 3-point favorites here. It's interesting because I've heard a lot of people saying that they think the Texans could come through as an underdog, but I'm not seeing it, man. I'm thinking if I had to pick one game during these playoffs that could possibly be a blowout, I think the Patriots could possibly blow out the Texans. I feel really confident the Patriots win this game.
Dude, I'm taking the Texans again, man. I'm telling you, that defense is so solid. Stroud could throw the ball away 3 times, and it doesn't even make a difference, bro.
Yeah, but the Patriots aren't the Steelers.
No, I
That'd be my
got
only
you.
argument.
Now, saying that this time, I think Stroud got all of his mistakes out of the way, so now he's going to come back and get the job done this week, 100%. I'm taking the Texans. I love the +3.5. Again, put that on a teaser. You get that at +10.
That's crazy work, man. I
I
love the
know.
Patriots. The Patriots are at home. I feel like they're a way more balanced team. Do the Texans defensively have the edge? Absolutely. I think their
Yeah,
defense is the best in the NFL right now.
yeah.
But
I'm betting on their defense Because, like I said, the Patriots at home, going from west to east is always harder to travel. The weather temperature is going to be crazy difference, right? Going from Texas to New England. So, I mean, it's going to be a big difference for sure.
Yeah, and I feel like the Patriots fans, they haven't been this excited since the Tom Brady era. They're going to be rocking in that stadium, and despite the Texans having the major advantage on the defensive side, I just feel like the Patriots are more balanced between offense and defense. Their offense can put up, 30 ball easily, and I think Mike Vrabel is a lot better coach than the Texans head coach, which I think he's good too, but I think Vrabel's serious. So,
And I
um,
do like this game to go under 41, too. I think it's going to be close. And again, it's going to be a defensive battle.
yeah, that'll be interesting to see though what how the over under plays out. But I'm gonna say the Patriots are a lock here, man. I don't see them losing this game.
Well, I love it that we're on opposite sides this week.
Every single game so far, which leads
Yeah,
us to the
dude.
last game here. Let's see if we're going on complete fades here. We have the Rams at the Bears Sunday afternoon. The Rams are 4.5 point favorites on the road. Who you got?
Now, this one is a tough one, dude, because really, I don't know. I feel like you could talk me into either way, honestly. I feel like the Rams overall are probably a little bit of a better team. They are on the road, they are at the Bears. And the same thing I just said, going from west to east is always a little bit harder. Um, I think they're predicting it to be like 35 degrees that day. So, I mean, it's going to
Every
be a,
single Bears fan is saying, how bad Stafford's record is in cold weather, and I want to say it's like 1-5 in the playoffs or
you see
something
what I'm
like that.
saying?
And
Yeah.
then
So, I mean,
also Stafford has a fractured finger. I don't know
ooh,
100% if it's on his throwing hand, but I think it is. But he definitely has a broken or hurt finger.
yeah, because I remember he hit it on the helmet of his own person, right?
Yeah, he heard it last week. So I
Yeah,
think
I feel
that
like he
makes a
was the
big
left hand.
difference. The
But yeah, I like the Bears at +4 or +3.5.
The Bears have been a wagon for me all season. If there's a team that's made me the most money, it's been the Bears. And I am scared about this matchup, but
Yeah,
the Rams offense is a juggernaut. They're the best offense left in the playoffs, in my opinion, with Puka and Devontae Adams, on each side for Stafford to throw to. If he's able to get them the ball and he plays a good game, they're unstoppable on offense. The defense is stout. I really like Sean McVay as a coach, but on the flip end of that, the Bears, it's like the Rams have been that team that's like they already have the experience, they've been there, and it could play a factor and be a strength for them. But if I'm looking at the Bears, I'm thinking, man, they're hungry right now. They haven't tasted the playoffs in years or been like
yeah.
serious contenders like they are now. The energy in Chicago is different. Just how rocking and loud that stadium's going to be. I'm interested to see how Caleb Williams does under pressure, but I like the Bears here, man. I feel like if it's a
Oh shit!
nasty,
Oh shit! We're on the same one.
let's go. If it's like a nasty, just a
It's gonna be a
tight
bear fight,
knit
bro.
back
It's
and
gonna be a
forth
bear
game,
fight.
if it goes down to the wire and it's a dirty game, I think the Bears pull this out. But if the Rams can play clean and get like a 7 to 10 point lead going into halftime, I don't see them blowing the lead the same way that the Packers did.
Yeah,
The Rams are
I
just too explosive on offense, and if they get off too easily in the first half, it could be a long afternoon for the Bears.
I can see that, dude. But a Bear's gonna kill a Ram in wild, dude. No matter what, I think the Bears get it done, bro. The Bears beat them up.
You know what? I think for the plays that we give out, I'm gonna put the Bears on the spread is the last leg, so that way it'll be a little bit easier to hedge than
Yeah, for
taking the
sure.
Bears money line. But I do like the Bears money line. I just don't love it. I'm really scared about that game.
Yeah, I on it. That's gonna be a crazy game. That's gonna be the game to watch for sure.
All right, man. So um, let's go ahead and give out our plays, our
All
official
right, so
plays for this, and then we'll give our quick NCAA championship prediction for the
all right.
Monday game.
I'm gonna play it fairly safe here. I'm gonna do a 10-point teaser, and I'm gonna pick the Texans, the Bears, the Seahawks, and the Broncos. So it buys it all way down. So then it's the Texans at this one I got it at +13.5. the Bears at plus 14, the Seahawks at plus 3, and the Broncos at plus 8.5. And it pays plus 110. So basically a little more than even money.
All right. I'm gonna take the Patriots money line and the Bears plus 4.5 on the spread. That's probably paying out maybe plus 150, I'm assuming.
Plus 191.
Beautiful. Just a easy two-teamer. Nothing's easy, but something slight. Usually I juice it up a little bit with more teams, but I like the Patriots to get it done on Sunday. That way you have a leg checked off if they win, and then you're going into or Saturday, and then you're going into Sunday to watch the Bears game, hoping that they can cover 4.5. So that way, if they lose and it's by less than 4, you're rocking and rolling money wise still.
Yep, yep, love it. So Patriots and Bears, right? Is that what you said?
Yeah, Patriots money
All right,
line, Bears spread.
all right, got it. I just want to make sure I didn't mess it up. Yeah, that's perfect, dude. Yeah, I
So
think
I want to
this
mess
is
the
when people
Saturday
start getting
slate, but
crazy.
I've just I really do like the Bills to be honest, but I know a lot of people are on the Bills and a lot of people are on the Niners public money, so I think I'm just gonna my bad. The Patriots play Sunday, so yeah, if you take bet Sunday, I mean regardless the Bears play afterwards, but yeah, I
Yeah,
guess
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just betting Sunday's game, so I'm gonna just
You
watch on
said that.
Saturday
That's what
most
threw
likely.
me off. That's why I double checked.
Yeah,
But
my
yeah, I
bad on
agree.
that. Yeah,
I agree. I think
Patriots and Bears.
a lot of the public money is going to go on the teams that they recognize, right? All the weekend bettors are just going to pick, oh yeah, the Bills, they always get it done, and the 49ers, they're always doing well. But I think both teams are just riddled with injuries right now, man. They're going to have a hard time getting it going.
Yeah, I have the Bills on a couple future bets too, so I don't want to say waste, but I don't want to risk more money already
Yeah,
having
that's
them on a
fair.
couple futures. So I'd rather just watch that game and hope the Bills move on to make my futures look more favorable.
Yeah, I think that's smart too, dude.
So that's another thing too is one thing I personally do is bet, I take futures bets on who's going to win. Um, Conferences and then the championships. And, if you are juicing up money on a team throughout the whole year or multiple teams when they do get in the playoffs, it's hard to want to bet money on them for each game because it's almost like losing double your money because you've already invested a
Right?
certain amount of money prior in the season.
100%, dude. Yeah.
So, all right, we'll have to rock those two plays. I guess we can't ride together since we got opposite picks, but that's all right.
It'll be good. Still be a good week of
You got
football.
some teasers though, so we might be able to squeeze them both in. Maybe I'll ride yours too, since you took a teaser, right?
Yeah, we could easily because as long as I don't get completely smashed, dude, I'm good.
Yeah, I
I
don't
think
mind your plays though. I really don't.
just like last week, everything came down to basically one possession. So it essentially,
Last week was such a banger game, so they're all so good.
yeah. I mean, the Bears would have to lose by 2 touchdowns, which I mean, it could happen against the Rams. I don't see it. The Texans would have to lose by 2. The Seahawks would have to lose by more than 3, so 4 or more, and the Broncos more than 8.5. So I feel pretty comfortable with that, dude.
And then so that's our picks for the NFL slate, and then going into the college football championship game on Monday night. I don't have the odds in front of me, but I know that I know that Indiana is like a 7 or 7.5 point favorite at least against Miami. It's hard to bet on this game personally because Indiana's just been blowing out everybody in the playoffs. I mean,
Yeah,
they
dude,
blew
for
out
sure.
Alabama and then they blew out who they play last week? Um
Oregon.
Oregon. Yeah, they blew Oregon out. Now I think Miami's better than both of those teams. I don't know how much better Miami is than Alabama. I think Alabama could have beaten them. So I feel like this could get out of hand, but it's hard for me to. It's hard for me to. I like close spreads, man. Anything close to double digits scares me. With them being 7, 7.5, I
Well,
think if
it's
I
at -8 now. It's moved up because
minus
everyone's
eight,
put money on Indiana. Yeah.
yeah. Oh man, I think if I had to bet this game, which I'm probably not, I would move. I'd shave the points down to Miami -6.5, and just hope that they win by a touchdown or more. Or
You're
Indiana, get Indiana at
Indiana,
minus
yeah.
6.5.
Yep. Yeah, I think Indiana gets it done, dude. I mean, if you watched the game last week, they were on fire. If they can keep that same momentum going into this, it's going to be crazy. And they're at home, right?
I want to say I think the
Is it a
championship game might
neutral?
be in Miami. Don't quote me on that, but I think it's in Miami. Like, and it's usually like a mutual place, but I think
Yeah, it's
before
all
this
over.
whole playoffs, I think it was set to be in Miami.
Okay.
I need to check. I need to check to make sure because I hate guessing and assuming and being incorrect. But let me see. Let me look it up real quick.
Yeah, let's see.
Um, Let me click on it. Yeah, I see the spread's eight and
Yeah,
a half
you're right.
now.
Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens, Florida.
Yeah, so it was already set to be in
Yeah.
Miami. But
All right.
so Miami will probably have a little bit more fans there. But I don't see Indiana's swagger that is too high. Their confidence, their aura is way too high. They have the best quarterback in the nation. I just I feel like this game could easily get out of hand. I don't see it being
Yeah.
close. Miami, they're very good defensively, but I just think offensively they're not going to be able to keep up because great offense always beats great defense.
Yep. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think Indiana gets it done. But like
If
you
you
said, let's
want, you
not.
could put Indiana
Oh,
money line on the back end of the parlays. Like actually, with like with my parlay, feel pretty comfortable taking. I took the Patriots, the Bears on the spread. I'd probably tag the Indiana Hoosers. I can't say their name. Hoosers on the money line for the last leg.
all right. So that pays plus 279. So I'll do that one for a half unit.
Okay, cool, cool. But yeah, I think I'm gonna rock with that. Player props, I'd be interested to see what Mendoza's over under for passing touchdowns is, but if it's over under 2.5, I'd probably take the over on that as well. I'm not a big prop guy either, but I definitely entertain that.
I personally did quite a bit of props this week going into the NFL. So I feel like everyone's gonna be going hard as shit. So what prop did you say for?
Um, Whatever Mendoza for Indiana, I was curious what his over under for passing touchdowns is. If it's over under 2.5, I would slam that.
This app props.
Shit,
Let's see.
whoop, my bad.
We're good. We're good.
Just knocked
Props.
over my camera thing stand.
Props. Let's see. Uh, dude, they have them at over 1.5.
Mendoza's passing touchdowns over under.
Yeah, over. Yeah, over under 1.5. Minus 180.
Wow, bro, you could juice that. I would move that up to 2.5 and get that at
You
plus
can
money then.
you can do it. Well, it's weird that it says over under there. Because then if I put it at to record two passings, it's at minus 200. But if you go to record three passings, it's at plus 200.
Plus 200 for three passing touchdowns.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm taking that, bro. I'll
All
take
right.
that.
I'll put it on too. We'll do a full unit
I'm
there.
not even a prop guy either, but I feel like Indiana's gonna score like at least 35 to 42 points.
I mean, if they go off like they did against Oregon, dude, and I thought everyone thought Oregon was going to be a good matchup, and they got blasted.
Yeah. Yeah, unless and you know how games happen, like they might put up that many points and um have like three or four rushing touchdowns and drive me crazy. But
Yeah,
he's won the Heisman. He's projected to be the number one overall pick. He showed that his confidence hasn't, been messed with at all. He hasn't missed a beat in the playoffs, even with more lights on him and being on national television more. I just don't see why he would stop now. He's been on fire.
yeah, they definitely get the job done. So, Sam, if you wanted to sprinkle them money line on any of your tickets or buy down, put it on a teaser and buy it back down.
It's a lock, man. I'd be shocked if Miami. I'd be shocked if they won, but I'd be shocked if it was even a close game.
Yeah, 100%, dude.
So that's our picks for the week. Next week we got some banging UFC picks. It's such a good card.
Now it
We'll
looked
try to
like
get that.
Kayla Harrison pulled out because of a neck injury or something, right?
Yeah, she did. Yep. So that fight is postponed with her and Nunez. So and O'Malley and Song Yadong moved up to the co-main spot with Pimblett
Yeah.
and Gaethje being the main event. So
Dude. That's gonna be crazy. That's gonna be a crazy fight. And I know we're already on opposite sides on the main card already.
You know what? With with where the public money's going. So I'll, first and foremost, I'll say this. Patty's been my favorite. He's my favorite fighter in the UFC, man. I've been on him since he came from Cage
Hundred
Warriors in the
hundred
UK.
percent.
Dude, like I was on him before most people even
Yeah,
knew about him. But
100%.
I think that he has a good shot at winning, but the odds are just too crazy for me. Like you, as much as I like him, I honestly feel like if as a sports better from a sports better's viewpoint, I have to take Gaethje, bro.
Love it, dude.
And
I love
Gaethje
it.
loves spoiling parties, man. He loves spoiling
Yeah.
parties. Just like he did for the Tony Habib fight. You know, everybody wants to see Patty versus Elia because they've had a
Yeah.
beef. Everybody would like
Yep.
to see Patty versus Armand. And who's better at spoiling parties than Gaethje? And
I love it,
Gaethje
dude.
also like again, I think Patty could definitely win this fight, but for the value wise, I'm like, man, it's crazy. I do understand Gaethje's getting older, but dude,
Yo,
people
bro.
people roast him for losing to Max, like getting knocked out. Bro, that was
But
a
he
really
literally
close
was like
fight with 10
fucking.
seconds left. It
Yes,
bro,
he
it was a
literally just was like,
it was arguably like no most people it could have been arguably tied going into that last 10 seconds like Gaethje
yeah. I
fought
mean,
great that fight and then he gets knocked
yeah.
out but my question is who could stand and bang with Max during that time at
Nobody,
the end of
dude.
the
Nobody
fight
else
with
will
his
do that.
cardio and how good his hands are
Yeah.
not many people could stand with Max and then
Nobody
before
else,
that
dude.
Gaethje flatlines Dustin Poirier with a leg kick.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Exactly,
I'm just
bro.
thinking, like, whoever said that Gaethje lost a chin or lost a step? Like, yeah, he's older. He probably did lose a step or two, but Gaethje's
Yeah, but
still a
still,
serious
dude.
contender, bro. He's not one to
Yeah.
play around with. And Patty is super hittable, super hittable.
Yeah.
He's got
Bro,
an iron
Gaethje,
chin and he
he
eats a
fights
lot of
like a rabid
shots.
dog, bro.
Yeah, he's got his chin straight up like this, and Patty's lucky he's got a titanium chin, but Gaethje's gonna test that chin. If it gets to the
Yeah.
ground, it's probably wraps. It's over with. But is if it's standing, Gaethje has the advantage if it's standing.
100%, dude. Yeah. I shouldn't have
Dude, I
brought it
will
up,
say
but
this:
I
I
knew
have
you
an
were going to say you
absolute
love
lock of the
Patty.
card, dude. I don't know what the odds are yet, but I'm gonna get it in early. But
All
dude,
right.
I'm the lock of the year so far.
All right, get
G
it. I
G
haven't even really looked that much.
Gene Silva is going to absolutely dog walk Arnold Allen.
All right, interesting, dude. I haven't really looked that far ahead. Is that the first card?
It's on this card coming up, the Patty
The
card. It's
25th.
probably the end of the prelims or early in the main event.
All right, I'll look, dude. Do you think he's gonna submit him? He's gonna submit.
He's just gonna dog walk him however he wants. I feel like Gene Silva is the best fighter in the featherweight division. I truly believe that. And the only reason he lost to Diego Lopez, he was tagging Diego up, but he just got so cocky in there and he got humbled.
Yeah,
You know, Diego hit him with a spinning back fist or back. He hit him with a spinning back elbow, and it was a great shot by Diego
got
Lopez.
him.
I think Diego's a great fighter, but Gene Silva just got so um disrespectful to him and just started walking him down. He was had his hands down. He just got way too cocky and he got humbled. And I think that's just what he needed to propel him forward to get a title shot because again, I think he's the best fighter in the featherweight division, and he got humbled by Diego that fight, and now I think he'll fight a little bit more intelligently going forward. And Allen's a great fighter, but there's a reason why he hasn't had a title fight yet, and he Allen's been in the UFC for quite some time now, and you would
Yeah, he's
think
a
that
little
he
bit
would
of
have
a
had a title
gatekeeper.
fight or made his case already, but something's off with
Yeah.
why he's not in that upper echelon yet.
So it's minus 300 for Silva.
Yeah, I mean the odds reflect how I feel. I honestly haven't seen the odds either, but I have to take him in that fight. It'll be in my parlay just because I feel so sure of it.
All right, we'll get after it more, dude, for sure. Yeah, this card is great, and now it's on Paramount Plus, right? So you
Yeah,
don't have to pay for pay-per-views anymore. You don't have to use your freaking streaming apps to be freaking getting that stuff bust in with the buffering and all the other bullshit. So
it's gonna be
this is
so
gonna be
nice to watch
great,
it at
dude.
home. And I'm getting too excited about now, but another fight that's unpopular that I think hella public money will be on this, but I'm gonna go on the other side because it's gonna be a close fight. I think I'm gonna take Song Yadong versus Sean O'Malley too, bro.
Dude, you know what? I kind of thought the same thing, man, honestly, because that's kind of a
Casuals
crazy
love
fight.
Sean O'Malley, bro. The
Yeah,
casuals will
for
be all
sure.
over him. You know, he has a big social media presence. He's very good on the feet, but he is fragile, bro. I think O'Malley's super
That's what I
fragile.
was gonna say. Yeah,
And Song Yudong is a little bit more well-rounded, in my opinion. I think
he's
O'Malley's
definitely
faster.
taller too.
O'Malley's got the speed advantage for sure, but I think Yudong is a lot tougher, and I think he's a little bit more well-rounded. And O'Malley's
Yeah,
been there and done that. Song Yudong's still on the rise.
he's on the escalation, dude, for sure. Yeah, I kind of went back and forth, but yeah, I agree, dude. I think for that one, Songadong gets the job done, dude.
We'll
He just
see where
looks
the odds are,
powerful.
but if he's anywhere like plus 180 or higher,
Plus
I'm
one
definitely
seventy.
taking it.
He's
Plus
at plus one
170.
seventy. Yeah,
He'll probably go up to 200 because again, I think public money. They
they
always
start
go on
slamming
the
O'Malley.
casuals. Always take the guy who's more popular on social media.
Yeah, they just take the name recognition, dude. Right?
Yeah, facts, bro.
Yeah,
But yeah,
yeah,
we'll get into that more next week. But this
yeah, for
weekend,
sure.
we're gonna watch and enjoy these NFL games and this NCAA championship, and then once football season's over and in the NFL playoffs, like once we figure out who's going to be in the Super Bowl, we'll start breaking down some college basketball too. Because I love college basketball, but I just want to there's so much to cover with that. So we'll get really
Yeah.
hot with college ball right before the tournament starts.
All right, dude, that sounds good. We'll have to. I'll start dialing it in. Dude, I know my Wildcats barely won against ASU. It was a close game. ASU was up at the halftime too.
Yeah, you know what? That's one of those games where people don't understand. Not you, but like general people that are watching, like thinking, "How is that a close game?" Arizona State knows Arizona like the back of their
Yeah,
hand. You know, they've been rivals forever. They're super
yeah,
familiar with each other. To me, it reminds me of when Kansas plays against Kansas State every year. You know, Kansas
yeah,
State is,
exactly.
you know, a lot, a lot, a, a less quality team than Kansas, but it usually plays out pretty close just
Yeah.
because of the rivalry and the familiarity with the
Well, and
teams.
I think they get emotionally and start playing, like aggressive, and they're not playing smart necessarily. I could see it. These guys are just like they were trying to make things happen that weren't there, rather than trying to set it up and take the time passing and getting the open shots. But they were trying to force it a little bit too soon. The second half was better, but I think they just came out a little too aggressive and again kind of playing emotionally.
Yeah, and a team like Arizona, they're gonna experience some losses. Their conference, the Big 12 conference, is the best in college basketball,
Yeah.
hands down, like hands down. And
Who's left undefeated? Because I think Iowa lost, right? I
Ohio
know
State
Michigan
lost to
lost
my
to
team,
them.
Kansas. We dog walked them at home. We beat them by 21
Oh
points.
shit! Damn. See,
I
so I
think
think
it's you guys, it's Arizona,
Nebraska.
Nebraska,
Yeah,
and then
Nebraska, which is crazy.
yeah, and then a small team. It might be like a Utah State or it might be like
Okay.
a Miami of Ohio. I don't
I think
remember,
it
but
was
it's
those
like a small
three.
team.
Yeah.
But yeah, Arizona will experience a couple losses, and it's just going to make them better. But that's my personal team that's going to win it all this year. Is I don't like Arizona personally because I don't mind that you like them, but D'Lo and me always beef about them in Kansas. So
That's fair, dude. That's fair.
I can't help but respect them this year. They're the real deal. But you guys are going to
Yeah,
get absolutely whacked when we play you guys.
we'll find out. We'll see what happens.
For sure. But all right, guys, that's our picks for the NFL slate and the college football championship. If you like our
Yep.
picks, ride with us. If not, fade us. We don't care.
Yeah, go down to the comments and blast us. Tell us why we're good or why
Tell
we
me
suck.
why I was such an idiot for picking Ole Miss last week
And the Steelers. You tell them
and the
why the
Steelers.
Texans were better. That
Yeah,
one was a debate on YouTube too. The comments were getting blown up for that one and the Bears too. People were riding the people were riding the Bears. I feel like one dude said the Packers were going to win it, and everyone was kind of going towards the Texans on the comments. So it's good to see your guys' comments. Go and light it up
yeah, that's funny. And there'll be weeks where we hit and weeks we don't hit. So the
for
point of
sure.
this is just to have fun. So don't take
Yeah.
it too serious or personal.
Nah, just enjoy it. All right,
All
guys.
right.
Be safe.
Mic'd up
Get
and
smart.
misinformed.
Boom.